We're doing very, very well, and it was a welcome sight today. There was video from the Bulls shoot-around of your son Lonzo back in Chicago and back with the team. That seems like good news.
It's always great news. Whenever you can do something you love, man, it's always good news.
So how's he doing? Right, that's what Bulls fans want to know. How's he doing?
Lonzo doing good, man. Like I said, man, my boy's got a strong mind. And he'll put together and he'll do what he got to do to get back on that court and do something that he loves to do. So it's just a matter of time.
What do you feel is the possibility for him on a potential return? Do you find yourself optimistic about that possibility?
I ain't optimistic about it. I know he's going to come back and do his thing. But everybody want to rush and be like, oh, you got to be ready next month. You got to be ready this month. The thing is, he's not having no pain. So what happens is, if you haven't played in a while, you got to get your limbs, you got to get your body strong again. So it's just about him getting stronger.
You know, I was talking to
like people keep thinking that Lonzo ain't played in 2-3 years. He ain't played in 10 years. He still know how to play.
I believe that. I mean, that man has a beautiful court awareness, a beautiful sensibility that we miss getting to watch, and it was a perfect fit for what they were trying to do here. But I was talking to somebody who knows medically what he's talking about, and said that no basketball player has ever come back even this far from where Lonzo was. Like, this is uncharted waters medically, isn't it?
Well, you got to look at it. They got so much new stuff these days. They're not that old stuff that they used to do. That's why nobody came back from it. Nobody had this type of injury like this, where it's like, okay, they usually go in there and cut your knees all up and do all this stuff to you where you can't come back. But the new stuff they got in this new era, come on.
So when do you think, because I agree people are always putting external timelines on it, but no one's closer to it than you. When do you think Lonzo realistically could play 5-on-5, full speed, with contact, just working out? Not in an NBA game, but 5-on-5 with contact.
With contact, I think maybe I'm thinking at least 4 or 5 months.
From now?
4 or 5 months where he really can get down and do what he do.
So when you say like the new treatments and all of that stuff, it's not 100% clear what's going on. Like I know and the Bulls know, but like what can you tell a Bulls fan about what Lonzo is going through in order to get back?
Well, what Lonzo's going through is a slow process. And like I said, I haven't talked to him, I haven't seen him for a while, but I know his mindset is like he's gonna do everything for sure. So he's not gonna cut no corners, and he's not gonna speed things up trying to rush back. So he's gonna make sure he check all the boxes. So it's up to him how his body responds to that.
So next year will be the last year of this contract. It's a player option. Safe to say he's going to pick up that option?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That would make sense.
Yes, for sure.
Right.
And then at that point, if he's able to play and able to show that he can play, what are you looking at after that, LaVar?
Well, you know what I'm looking at, because I'm always going to keep the same thing going until all this ends. I want him and his brothers to play on the same team.
Huh.
So okay, that's interesting. Like, so this is obviously a huge hypothetical, but like, do you think there would be, if he is healthy enough to play and that contract expires, is there a sense of loyalty to the Bulls because he signs that contract, but he obviously hasn't really played much for them?
I think it probably is, man. But like I said before, if he played with his brothers, he'll leave everybody because his brothers come first.
Okay.
His brothers come first. Now, if you can play all the rest of your life with your brother, forget about the money and all that stuff. That's what you want to do.
And that's what they want to do, not just what you want to see happen?
Exactly. It'd be less wear and tear on his body because they know each other's game. Apart, they okay. But together, you got the best 1 and 2 guard in the NBA. I guarantee. They can switch everything, and both of them got the right mindset to play together.
Man, of course a dad dreams of his sons all playing together. You asked the key question whether they dream of that or not, Danny. And LaVar, you're committed to that they would want that.
The boys don't got to dream about this. That's what they want.
So
who wouldn't want to play with their brother? Come on, you'd be like, people on the outside would be like, oh no, you got to be your own man. You got to over here do your own team. Oh, we love them in Chicago. Oh, we love them in Charlotte. Wherever you love them, put them together and watch what happens. Be the greatest show in the NBA, I guarantee.
So we're talking to LaVar Ball here. The reason we reached out to you is the interview you did, and the quotes kind of went viral. What is a Rudy Poo workout? Why do you think that? What happened here?
What's a Rudy Poo workout? I'm gonna tell you what a Rudy Poo workout is. A workout that don't do too much. When you're training with all these rubber bands and stuff, instead of going this old school and this power training in the hills, getting in them pool, doing pool workouts and stuff like that, that's what it's about. They got all this high technique stuff now where they can put you on a graph and say, do this and bend and bounce on this ball. No, I would never do none of that with my boys.
So is that in regards to LaMelo's injury situation?
That's Melo's injury, Lonzo's injury, anything. Like the boys get away from me. Now you got people, instead of drinking you some real vitamin D, homogenized milk, now you're drinking some goddamn soy milk. So they tell you milk is bad. Then they say don't eat all these eggs. Next thing you know, you're eating 12 eggs. But see, the regimen that I have upon and eating the way I make them eat, my boys, I hear them now, they eat burgers with no meat. Who the heck eat a burger with no meat you expect to be running through somebody?
Yeah. No, I prefer my burgers to have meat as well.
Yeah, I mean.
Exactly. So, but they got all this new stuff they're trying to introduce them to it. I'm just like, man, go back to the old school days. Go back to lifting that pig iron. Get your body strong all the way from the top to the bottom.
So have the Bulls screwed up the Lonzo Ball injury and rehab, LaVar?
I think so. On the fact that the first time after he had the first surgery, they had him on the track so quick in the treadmill. I'm like, why are you not in the water? You got to be in the water first. That water is therapeutic. And folks act like I don't know what I'm doing about training, but how you think they got there in the first place?
Well,
when they was with me, they was fine. They get to the NBA, and that's when stuff started changing.
Well,
everybody got some different concepts on how to eat, on how to train.
You got
they try to push the narrative on me. Oh, LaVar, you're training too hard. That's why they're breaking down now. No, they're breaking down now because they're eating that Rudy Poop stuff. They're doing them Rudy Poop workouts. Ain't nobody pushing them, making them run up in no heels like that, sprint and do stuff. When they get on that court back in my day, they run like deers. Never.
So has has there been tension between you and the doctors along the way? Have you ever got into it?
I ain't talked to none of those doctors. I can see it for myself. I know they're not saying, you know what, Lonzo, let's go to these hills. Let's go do this running over here. No, when you get this, oh, we're the NBA now. We don't do that. We don't want to tell. We got 82 games. My boys used to play games for free all day, play basketball every day. Now they want to play, it's just the wear and tear on your body. And okay.
Right, but LaVar, so I would ask the same, because you say, of course, they want to play together, because who wouldn't want to play with their brothers? And that, of course, makes sense. And you said, so you're not speaking for you as the father, you're speaking for them.
Right.
But how about on this one? Does Lonzo feel like the Bulls did him wrong in the recovery, or is that a father's opinion?
No, that's just my opinion. Don't get it twisted now. Lonzo got his own opinion. He's wrong. And I got my own opinion.
That's what I'm trying to understand here.
So I'm definitely giving you my opinion on how I feel about the situation.
Because
I only go by what the proof is.
Right, because you
basically you're not doing a good job if you're not ready to play.
Right, but you said that you want the new medicine to heal him from the injury, but you hate the new school training and the new school foods.
That's what I say.
Okay.
But hey, like I said, things change, so hey, you got to do that now. You got to go what they talking about or what they doing. But like I said, eventually you got to get back to the real deal. You got to get up in them hills. I don't care what you say.
So
you can all this strength training and stuff. If you don't do no power training in them hills and you don't do some running in that water, it ain't gonna be the same.
LaVar, ever since you came on the scene, people have been interested or annoyed or entertained by you. You're a very magnetic person and a very loud and interesting person. I gotta say, your kids are very seemingly quiet, reserved. Lonzo's very reserved. Lonzo's comes off very, very mature. It's interesting how they've turned out. Do they still listen to you? Do they still listen to you when you offer this stuff?
Of course, but you got to understand this. This is what people don't understand. I'm loud and how I am. I'm from LA South Central. My boys is chilled. Why? They from Chino Hills. You're going to be real chill coming from Chino Hills. You ain't going to be like this. And everybody expect them to be loud. But I'll tell you what, if you play them in dominoes or the PlayStation game or pool, they get loud and be sounding. You're like, man, that's his son, all right. When it comes to playing basketball, they just go out there and have fun and play.
So
don't rub it the wrong way, because don't get it twisted. They don't act like I said, they from Chino Hills, but they got that South Central attitude in them, so you better be careful.
So do they listen to you when you say to Lonzo, hey, you should be doing this? Does Lonzo listen to you or listen to Bulls doctors?
Both. You got to listen to what your guys is telling you, but he, at least in the back of his mind, he got to try to force the issue and be like, man, I need to go do some hills, or I need to get us some water.
But you expect Lonzo Ball to play for the Bulls next season?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got to say, Lonzo, like LaVar, like we're talking about, you've done an unbelievable job with those boys. Regardless, and just so you know, we are aware of it. We see it. It's kind of it's amazing, frankly, based on like what your personality was and how it came off. But man, we love Lonzo in this town. We want him to play and be there because he's an incredibly impressive player. So just so you understand what the fan base thinks, they might drive them crazy, but they love Lonzo.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this: he always been the people's choice. He always been the people's choice. I don't care where he go. Now, folks try to say something like this on me, and I don't care what they say about me. I ain't in that. Like I said, my boys know what I'm about. I know what they're about. So that's a good thing. But you know what's going to be even better? When I have my book come out and you read the details of how all this goes down.
Oh, yeah? When's the book out?
Yes, now you want to know. I'm just letting you know. Keep your eyes.
Oh, there's going to be a book.
Okay.
Okay, no, I respect it.
Come on, man.
I'm curious. Do you know Caleb Williams or his dad, Carl?
Caleb Williams, who's that?
The prospective #1 pick in the draft in the NFL this upcoming year, quarterback at USC.
Oh, the USC quarterback. I heard. I watched him play. I don't know about his parents and nobody like that. No.
Oh, okay. No, I was curious if you had ever crossed paths with him out in California or anything, because he's coming here and his dad has been very influential in every step of his, quarterback camps and turning him into a top prospect and all of that. And I'm just kind of curious about like. He's going to be a Bear. He's going to have a huge spotlight and a huge amount of pressure on him. And he's been in the spotlight since he was, a seventh grader, basically. Right. I feel like you could relate to this.
Most definitely.
What advice would you give him as he makes that jump from college to the pros?
The advice I give him is, hey, listen to your pops. Because he's been there from day one. And everybody on the outside going to be like, don't listen to your pops. He don't know everything. This is a new business. This is this. So they can try to take advantage of it. So the folks looking on the outside going to be completely different. So they're going to try to basically compare him to me.
But it's a tricky thing, though, isn't it? Because you just said Lonzo has to listen to his doctors and listen to the Bulls, too.
Well, listen, the Bulls is like this. You're an employee of ours. So you better do what we say or we get rid of you. So if they tell you to come here and do some training, go there and do some training. Why? Because you're an employee. You have to do what your employer tells you, whether you want to do it or not. Unless you don't want to get paid no more, then you don't have to listen to nobody. When you're your owner and you're like me, you don't have to listen to nobody if you don't want to.
Yeah, owning your own business sounds fun.
Yes, but when you're on there and you're doing something for somebody, you work for somebody else, you have to be subject to that. It's okay.
Following up on Danny's question in terms of advice for other sports dads or for Caleb Williams' dad, is there anything that you regret? Anything that you would have done differently?
Nope. I don't regret nothing I do. Not a thing. Hey, LaVar Ball and regret don't even mix.
Well, okay. So, I mean, that's amazing to be batting 1,000 in your life.
Yes.
One more thing, because what you said there is very true, right? Like, you are your own boss, but the vast majority of us have bosses, including Lonzo. He is an employee of the Bulls. Have the Bulls ever brought up the use of the provision, the career-ending injury provision with Lonzo or his representation? Has that come up?
I don't know what Lonzo talked to the Bulls about.
Okay. Because
I have no idea.
Okay. Well, because that would have signaled whether or not they believed he was going to be able to come back. Like I'm hoping that they share your optimism that he's going to come back next year.
See, let me tell you this. That boy is so special, so you just can't get rid of him. They had plenty of time to get rid of Lonzo. But he makes people believe in him so well, it's just you got to see what he can do. Because it would be kind of dumb to basically get rid of him now and then he come back and be really doing his thing.
What do you think would have happened?
Because, see, I was thinking, this is what I was thinking what would have been even that. Check this scenario out right here. Since, what's the boy, Kyle Lowry, they traded him to Charlotte. I was like, hey, if y'all don't believe in Lonzo, how about y'all take Kyle Lowry and give the Bulls, Charlotte Hornets, give Charlotte Hornets Lonzo. Even swap.
Lowry for Lonzo.
They don't want to do that. Neither one of them playing. So, hey,
right,
do that. But see, nobody's doing that. They don't want to do that because man, I'm telling you, my son a cold piece of work when it comes to playing this basketball because he do what he do, which is make everybody better.
Well, that's clear. Like there's a beautiful style to the way that man plays. It's a perfect fit. Have you talked to Arturas Karnisovas along the way?
I talked to him a while back.
Yeah. Okay. Because he's waiting. He's waiting on Lonzo. He's waiting on Lonzo. Maybe he believes in Lonzo even more than you believe in Lonzo, LaVar.
No. Nobody believe in my boys more than me.
What do you?
Not even close.
What do you think would have happened with the Bulls if Lonzo never would have gotten hurt?
Come on now, you ain't gonna ask the big baller that question. Come on, you championship. That's all I think of my boys. Championship until it don't happen.
Right. Okay.
What's the use of thinking anything else if you're gonna play this game?
Well, so that means do you like what they do you like the moves that they did then? The DeMar, Zach, Vooch, Lonzo, that would have been a championship team?
That would have been a championship team. As long as you get my son, you got a great chance.
All right.
It's one of the legendary sports fathers and really currently going down in the history of professional sports. We're surprised you don't know Carl Williams, frankly. We think of all these like...
Hey, the only way is I don't know Carl Williams because I got triple B's. That's a brand. You run the brand, you don't worry about no other stuff on the outside.
Got you.
Yeah, what is next for the Big Baller brand?
The Big Baller brand about to do some major things, boy. Like I said, I'm about to get into these universities with these triple B uniforms and things like that. I'm about to come out with some water. I'm about to have a breakfast show. I'm doing a lot of things. Boy, and everybody like, oh, LaVar so quiet. No, because I'm traveling the world. I ain't local. I'm global.
I was going to say, I haven't heard from you much recently. What have you been doing? I haven't heard from you much recently. I was surprised.
Because I'm in other countries.
I mean, they have phones in other countries.
Man, ain't nobody trying to be on no phone when you handling some business.
Okay. So you got
I was just in Mexico. We about to go down with them. I had Jello over there playing, but now they want the Big Baller brand in Guadalajara.
Congratulations on all of your success.
Thank you.
All right, well, listen, man, we are hoping to get Lonzo Ball back in a Bulls uniform, and thank you for coming on the show,
hey,
sir.
Pleasure with y'all, man. You guys go have a great time. It's good chatting with you.
All right, you as well.
LaVar.
All right, y'all take care.
All right, that's LaVar.